I'm Anthony Forrest, the president of Steel Cod, and I'm here with John Beresford, our VP of Sales, ready to discuss all things appliances. All right, John, induction cooking. We're all fans of induction cooking here. It's great. I have an induction range at home, so big fans of it. But we're seeing questions online, and the biggest question online that we see is, why is my induction cooktop making noise? And it's something like, I just switched to induction. It was more expensive, but I get clicking and buzzing and vibrating. Is something wrong here? Is it supposed to make noise? How do we address this with the customer?
Yeah, it's a good question. I know it's a popular one, and this is probably one that salespeople struggle with all the time because people do come in with this objection, right? Because a lot of times you're asking this customer to upgrade from electric, which is super familiar and doesn't make a whole heck of a lot of noises, into induction where they hear that they do. So there is a real fear factor there. But what you have to understand, first, yes, some noise is completely normal. But you have to understand what induction is doing, right? We know with gas, it creates flame, and with electric, it creates that glowing element. But induction is creating a magnetic field under the glass, right? And that magnetic field, really, what's happening there is in layman's terms, it's basically flipping directions really fast, right? Thousands of times per second. And then that flipping is what creates kind of that friction that heats the pan, okay? So what we're talking about really is steady magnetic energy, okay? Switching back and forth rapidly, right? Think of it as tapping something very fast instead of just kind of pushing it one time. That rapid switching, just so you know, it's called oscillation, and you'll probably hear that term thrown out there a lot. That's what they're talking about. So oscillation just means moving back and forth super fast. And, what's important to note is that you're not hearing that magnetic field itself. What you're hearing is the metal in the pan that's reacting to it, okay? So when that magnetic field is switching direction, it creates these little tiny electrical currents that are happening inside the pan. And those currents are generating heat. But they also cause almost these microscopic movements within that metal. And it's super small and it's super fast. So when metal moves rapidly like that, it actually starts to vibrate. And when it vibrates enough, that's when you start hearing that noise. That's where that buzzing is coming from. It's not the glass, it's not the electronics, it's actually the pan itself.
So, and we've been told this a lot of times, that there's lots of different pans that are induction ready, that will work on induction, but the more expensive ones should make less noise. But should some sound be expected?
100%. Yeah. I mean, listen, some pans are even going to amplify that vibration, and that's what's called resonance. Resonance means the vibration is getting louder because the object is basically allowing it to echo. So some of these fans can really amplify it. So if you think about it as an analogy, like one of those thin baking sheets, if you tap it lightly, you can kind of hear like that ringing noise. But if you go and grab a cast iron pan and tap that, you don't hear anything. In fact, it barely responds. So thin cookware flexes a heck of a lot more, right? It's just like that baking sheet, and that flexing is going to increase the vibration, and the vibration is in effect going to increase the sound. But thicker, fully clad cookware is actually going to absorb a lot of that energy a lot better, because you're getting more mass, which means less movement and less noise as a result.
So you're the salesperson, all right? You get the customer. Customers, they're all in. They're like, induction, this is great. I'm excited. It may be cooking faster, more efficiently. I'm in. But you don't want to just finish there and never address that there's going to be a sound. There's going to be a noise. I don't know what pots you're using when you get home. And then I get that phone call being like, this is the loudest thing I've ever heard in my life. Cooks great, but what's going on here? You got to address that in the process, in the sales process. You got to let them know they're going to hear something, or they could hear something. How do you slide that in? How do you put that in without them becoming almost disappointed in induction?
So when it comes to sound and induction, I don't waste any time. I would jump in right away and I would start talking about it, because when you're getting a customer familiar with any product, you want to make sure that everything's on the table at the very beginning, right? And you want to normalize that conversation. If you wait for something like that till the end, hey, just so you know, it's this, At best, you're going to have to rework your entire conversation and kind of build that trust and that confidence in the machine all over again. So I want to start from the beginning to make sure that we're building that story the right way, because more than likely that customer is coming from electric, which we talked about doesn't really make much noise at all, or they're coming from gas. And the thing with gas that's a little bit different is that people almost give gas a pass because they can see the flame. It's visible, right? So they can almost say, oh, it's this thing over here that's doing. Well, here we're dealing with invisible things. And when they hear these different noises and things like that, it could be a cause of concern if you don't call those things out. So when you're warming somebody up to a new technology, don't hide anything. Put everything on the table all at once. If nothing else, just to make sure that you're not wasting your own time trying to prove them into something that they say, definitively, I'm not comfortable with this. I don't want to go down this road. Well, great. All right. Well, we just saved ourselves a lot of headaches and aggravation. But if you wait to drop something like that, the negatives or the think abouts or just so you should know, those types of things, if you wait to the end to bring those up, you're asking for a world of hurt.
That is completely true of selling almost anything. But this one especially is important to address throughout and early in the conversation. Anything else you want to talk about with induction buzzing noises?
Oh my God, we could go on forever, but the important thing to know, like we do with these, is the noises that are normal and the noises that are probably not, right? Because there are noises with anything that you have to get by, right? So low hums and buzzes, like we've been explaining, that's all normal. If you're changing out cookware, if you bought a new pan and it starts making this different noise, it doesn't have to be a bad noise, but just something different, super, super normal. If you hear louder sounds during like a boost mode, when you turn up boost, what you're asking boost to do, if it gets a little bit louder as a result, that's pretty normal. If you hear clicking when you're on lower settings, so like if you're on a simmer or anything like that, it's not full power all that time. It's cycling through power to get down to those lower settings for you. So you will hear a little bit of a clicking, kind of like an intermittent simmer on like a Thermador or an SKS or something like that. It's the same thing. People accept it because, again, they can see the flame going on and off, so they understand where it is. But this is invisible when it's happening, so they may have some questions. And definitely fan noise after cooking, right? People don't understand that there's fans inside these tops that are cooling the electronics, right? To make sure that they stay cool throughout. So that's something that you'll probably hear. But what's not normal, like always, any kind of loud grinding noises that you hear, any kind of a snapping, whenever you're dealing with electrical, if there's that, like, those arcing sounds that you hear, it's like that snapping electrical. Obviously, if it throws you an error code, there's a problem there, but if you're dealing with repeated shutdowns, and sometimes you have to be careful with that. And that's why I say repeated, because sometimes, there are rules with inductions, and some of these operate different than others. And if you give it cookware that's too big for a specific spot and it's not ready to handle it, you might experience a shutdown and you have to shift it over to a larger burner or something like that. But I'm just talking about while you're cooking and everything's working and you're getting the response that you're looking for, repeated shutdowns there, that's cause for concern. If you're not getting any heat, but the buzzing is still continuing, that's a cause for concern. If you're getting noise with no pan that's present on one of those burners, like if you're cooking on the left side and there's something that's making noise on the right side, you probably want to get that checked out. But look, if it's heating properly and the noises are changing with the cookware that you're changing, coming in and out, it's functioning normally at that point.
We drop a new episode every day of the week, including weekends. Don't forget to rate and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts.